it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island. Hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
Be nice. Rhino shield on my face, rhino shield on my hair. I'm ready for it all.
Everywhere. I'm in. Debbie Duhame in the studio.
Yay,
this is great.
Debbie!
I love Debbie. It's great to see her in person.
Breaking up the testosterone, Mike. You know what I'm saying? It's good.
Got to have a rose between four thorns. I think as the phrase goes.
How are you, buddy?
I'm all right. Allergies kind of kicking in this week.
I can't figure it.
Run down.
Is that what that is? Because I can feel it. I'm feeling it, brother.
I've had so much good luck with allergies this year. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm trying to get off of the Ambien. I'm having a.
I love that you tell us you're like we are.
But I'm getting there. I'm down to 5 milligrams. You know what I found out about melatonin?
What?
Because a lot of people take melatonin. Yeah. It creates vivid bad dreams and nightmares, that is an actual symptom of it. And I've been having all these crazy nightmares.
Wait.
I'm thinking, what the heck is the melatonin?
The great Mike Gallagher, the great broadcaster. Tell us your bad dreams.
I don't even remember. I wake up in the middle of the night. It's really weird. It's just odd stuff, but they're
melatonin
real vivid.
does that to you?
Yeah, melatonin. That's a known side effect.
It's no natural.
There's a product called I shouldn't promote this. Jerry Crowley's going to kill me because they don't advertise. But it's Alteril, Alteril, and all it is melatonin. Tryptophan, which is what you get in turkey, and a third natural ingredient. And I've been taking that to try to wean off the Ambien because, I had Dr. Strangelove years ago said, Ambien, no problem. You won't have any problem with Ambien. Yeah, now 4 years later.
Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah,
this will never bother you. This will never bother you.
Problem.
So tell me about the Ambien because I'm very afraid to take anything. But I hear we have colleagues in other markets that we have talked to that take.
Oh, they pop it like Pez.
So what do you do? And even the president, remember Ronnie Jackson said, the Admiral Jackson said that the president took it to get back on the time frame. So what do you take it at night? You go right to sleep, do you?
No, I've taken it for 4 years since I had my hip surgery. The doctor prescribed it because I sleep on my side.
Oh, the worst.
What am I going to do? I got my right side.
Yeah.
So he said, I'll give you Ambien. 4 years later, I can't sleep without it. So,
no kidding.
No, I'm up at, I've tried 3-4 nights in a row, stare at the ceiling the whole night. I don't know if it's physiological, psychological. I don't abuse it. I've never taken more than the one pill.
Yeah.
But it's so everybody's telling me get off it. So I got 2 goals: get off the Ambien, lose about 50 pounds.
Oh,
and then
stop!
I'll be happy.
You look great. You look great.
They're gonna give me my
but
own
with
zip
Ambien though, what's interesting is what if I'm always afraid, God forbid, if I'm in a hotel and I'm taking Ambien or something like that, which I just don't do. There's a God forbid fire or ever one of the kids call.
Joe, the stories of people doing things and forgetting they did it. I've made phone calls and had.
I've done that off of Ambien.
Yeah, but believe me, Ambien can
no,
create.
Seriously.
There was a guy in Dallas, Texas. This is a horrible story. Woke up in the middle of the night, got a butcher knife. Stabbed his wife, his teenage son, ran to the front yard, plunged the knife into his chest, killed himself, and they said they think it was the Ambien.
No.
There's things you can do. Listen, my best friend got in the car, dropped off a load of dry cleaning at his local dry cleaners in South Carolina, went back home, has no memory of it whatsoever. So you'll do things that you don't remember. Oh, yeah, there's some dangerous stuff that can be associated with Ambien.
That's not a pill I want to take.
No, it's and if you have sleep problems, and millions of people take it,
right.
and they think, and the medical community has taken a long time to kind of come around to realize, hey, this isn't all that great for you. It does something to your brain. There's a process with your brain. It slows something down.
Maybe you shouldn't be drinking Diet Coke loaded with caffeine right now.
This is my one vice, that and cheeseburgers.
Yeah, but maybe don't have the caffeine, and you will have an easier time getting to sleep.
No, but it's early enough in the day.
I've never historically had trouble sleeping, but I think I'm in that cycle now where without Ambien.
But with the hip situation that's terrible. You just know what you can't get comfortable.
No, I don't sleep. I don't sleep on my back, but I had to when I was recovering from the hip surgery. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about me.
So how's your personal life?
Yes, here he goes. Here he goes.
You want to go shopping with me and David Burke and meet people? That's so funny.
No,
apparently, that's the new eHarmony.com is the supermarket.
Yeah, but think about it. He bought all of that stuff for less than $50.
Yeah, that was great.
What a pickup line.
Yeah.
I'll help you save money.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Have I got a deal for you?
For you, that's right.
Perfect. Please. I'll tell you a story
You'll be in
later.
big trouble.
No, when Mr. Gallagher's in the studio, he is a a national
Now
big
it's
star.
Mr. Gallagher.
Oh,
Mr.
Mr.
Well,
Gallagher,
because
you
when
Mr.
Mr. Gallagher leaves, I will tell you exactly what happened last night at the Yankee game. But now that Mike is out,
Really?
no, please,
Oh,
no,
great.
please.
Oh,
Just remind me.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
come
He
on.
mentioned he mentioned it off air earlier.
He did?
I know what he's talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
Please. Only Joe. I get myself in trouble, man. So how are you, Mike?
I'm
And tell
all
us
right.
about the
Hey,
news.
listen.
Hey, how about that president, Mike?
Listen, I'll tell you what. I was getting dizzy watching the flag go up and down and up and down. Somebody sent something on Twitter. They said John Kelly is on one end of the flagpole trying to lower it, and what's her name, Huckabee Sanders is on the other end trying to raise it.
that's great.
But perfect. This is a great moral story of our time. He does the right thing. Ultimately, name one media entity that gave him any credit for doing it.
Yeah.
No one said, okay, he finally got it right, and he did what he did. These guys hated each other. That's just a fact. And one thing that is one of the admirable traits of John McCain was how authentic he lived his life. He was a real guy. If he didn't like you, you knew it. He didn't like President Trump. President Trump knew it. Well, guess what? That's the way the president is. He doesn't like you. He doesn't like you. He's not going to pretend he likes you. He's not going to, because you pass away after a heroic, battle with glioblastoma, all of a sudden now I'm not going to start heaping praise on you because everybody knows I can't stand you. And so, I get it. I really do. I think the American people get it. It's just, it fascinates me. The media pretends that Trump injects himself into everything. They do it. Yeah. They're the ones that said, look at the flag. Let's make it all about the flag going up or down. They make it about the president because he sells. He gets numbers. People talk. He's polarizing. He's a figure.
But you gotta love the drama. You're right on the money because I love the drama at all. And may Senator McCain's soul rest in peace. Our love goes to the family and prayers as well. But they couldn't stand each other. You know that. Somebody said, "Mr. President, do we bring the flag back up?" Yes, bring the flag back up. Oh, bring it back up. And then, but John McCain, he takes his longtime campaign guy and to do a speech.
The final statement. I mean, how much did you have to hate the guy? Now read this statement after I die.
You gotta love it.
I mean, listen.
My friends, I said I'm going to kill him. I'm going to nail him when I'm dead. When I'm dead.
Yeah.
Did somebody say to him, though, you sure you want to put Trump in? No, do it. Do it.
But that's the authenticity of
right.
both of
That's
these men.
exactly right.
Frankly,
That's
they're a lot more
exactly
similar than anybody would want to admit.
Right.
They're both
That's exactly
very
right.
But don't you think, if he would have come out over the weekend, the president, and made this glowing statement about Senator McCain, they would have destroyed him for being disingenuous.
But Donald Trump, to Mike's point, is too authentic for that. And so is John McCain. And so is John McCain.
It is interesting, though, that the guy that tortured John McCain in the Hanoi Hilton said nicer things about him than Donald Trump did.
I mean, the thing in the White House with Jonathan Karl screaming at him, barking at him, Jonathan Karl screaming at him 6 feet away, and the president sitting there with his arms folded. Nope. Not going to talk. Not going to talk.
Picture the optics of that event if the president shows up at the funeral, right? He'd be standing there, and he'd make some facial expression.
Thank you,
I
Al.
cared about
Mike,
this guy.
Personally,
how
I
about
like
that?
people who didn't die.
Yeah, how about that? He goes, and now Barack Obama is going to deliver my eulogy. Boom! I mean, oh my gosh. And that doesn't sit well with a lot of Americans.
This president does not like to be snubbed, and this is the ultimate snub. Right. When you say in life, I don't want this guy, the sitting president, at my funeral. You know who had the most awkward interview of all time? We're going to play the audio for you coming up in the 10 o'clock hour. Lindsey Graham, who was one of John McCain's best friends, and I know Senator Graham a long time. He was on the Today Show this morning.
He was on the Today Show?
They were grilling him over his friendship with Donald Trump. Considering his close friendship also with John McCain. And Lindsey Graham, he kind of dodged it, and he kind of tap danced around it. It was a fascinating exchange. You're going to want to hear that. Also, boy, this Lanny Davis thing has blown up into a huge, full-fledged scandal.
As it should.
Yeah, he's admitted that he lied, and
should.
CNN won't correct it.
That's exactly right.
That's what's fascinating.
That's exactly
they're
right.
sticking to their guns. They're doubling down. And finally, wow, the Catholic Church. The pontiff being called upon to resign. It is more of the same that we've seen for many, many years within the Catholic Church. We're going to try to tackle that. It's a volatile issue. Boy, Catholics get defensive because they say you're bashing the Catholic Church. You know, I always get defensive on behalf of Catholics because not all priests and not all Catholics have anything to do with this terrible, sordid behavior. But we'll tackle that as well. So we got a lot to cover today from 10 till 1. And Debbie, it's great to see you in person. Debbie Duhame, the great Debbie Duhame.
8:52. Mike is on at 10:05. The great Mike Gallagher. And Mike, thanks for stopping in, man.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
And good luck with the staying up at night. Good luck. Keep us posted on that. Okay, great stuff.
Everybody knows this guy. No, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.